Everybody, good evening. Welcome to Nightcap with Scone. Big shout out to Hudco Roofing, hudcoroofing.com. GameCoin, thegamecoin.net, which today went live on Bitmark. Fired up that GameCoin has hit its first major exchange with many to come. And of course, also tagged in there, mycleanliving.net, mycleanliving.net. Air purifiers, technology developed by NASA, proven in military-grade lab testing to eliminate the virus that causes COVID-19 plus dozens of other pathogens, mycleanliving.net. On this holiday, let's drink the big boy, Weller 12, courtesy of the Crypto Cartel from GameCoin. Crypto Cartel. Awesome gift. My drink of choice, my weapon of choice, as it were, Weller 12. Poor man's pappy, as they call it. It's my jam. Shout out to Ryan LaRusso and all my guys in the Crypto Cartel who hooked me up with that Weller 12, the big boy. All right. Y'all know the drill. Drop your comments below. Let me know what you're sipping on tonight. Got any questions, fire away. I'll stay here as long as you do. If you're new to the party here, Nightcap with Scone was born out of quarantine when wasn't nothing going on. So I figured, hey, let's have a pour. Let's talk about whatever y'all want to talk about. If it's sports, if it's crypto, if it's radio, if it's media, if it's whatever, fire away. And fair warning, if you're new, this is an after-work drinking show. So sometimes there is adult language, just as an FYI. No, don't need any judgment. Don't need you all sitting in judgment. Some of you sitting in judgment. Okay, let's say some what up, some good evenings here. Gerald Mathern, Scott Greenbaum, Robert Groff, Michael Kleber, what's up? Jonathan Meyer, a lot of people on the board saying it's a done deal. Jonathan, I don't read any message boards, and I don't care what message boards nerds have to say. I talk to credible people who are close to the process, not someone whose uncle happened to be a janitor at a place where Scott Woodward's niece got her hair cut. Let's see. Frederick, it's been bugging me. Why would a few coaches stay on? That seems to me they have their guy. Okay. These are going really fast. Jared Scott, what's going on? Chris Keller from Gatlinburg. Kirk Taylor, Robert Atkinson, what's up? Craig Sanamaw, need a new shirt. I know. I need a GMEX, but this is Penny and then GameCoin logo, but I do need one that says GMEX for sure. Brooke Bordeaux, what's going on? This will make my night of prepping and cooking go much smoother. Cheers, welcome. Stuart Reitmeyer, good evening. Little Blade and Bow. All right, Jeremy Kling, Kelly Gross, Tony Gudo, who will be our new coach. Kerry Cunningham, Josh Neal, riding with Riley. Isaac Landry. LaRusso, what's up, my dude? Ryan LaRusso, part of the Crypto Cartel that hooked me up with the Weller 12. Brady Beacon, Matt, is the ULL coach going to Florida? I believe so. Okay. Frank Alessi, got him that Penelope toasted. Yes, sir. Matt French, what happened with Dead Soxy? Love Dead Soxy. Great people. You can still use the code MATT to get 30% off your order at Dead Soxy. Jake Veed, what's good? Bruno Van Moore. Nice Malbec from Argentina. Kelly Klein, Peter, letting us build a little bit and make sure we get everybody on board. Thank y'all so much. If you're there on YouTube, smash that like button. Okay, so I'm sure a lot of people are asking, are going to want to know. I'll go ahead and say here what I said on AFR today. And for the first time, I'm ready to give you an opinion on the coaching search here. And what I mean by that is what I have done up until this point is I have tried my darndest to give you good information from sources I deem credible throughout this entire process. I've yet to make any type of bold statement or declaration or breaking news. It's not really what I do. But what I try to do is get good information and then cultivate my opinions based around the information I have. And I'll tell you here what I said on AFR for those that missed it, and I'll give you my prediction. It is very clear to me that there are many deep-pocketed individuals who support LSU athletics. And this has been consistently conveyed to me from many, many people. There are many deep-pocketed individuals who made the moves to bring Scott Woodward here to Baton Rouge. And the idea of bringing Scott Woodward to Baton Rouge was for this purpose. Not solely, but for this purpose, to hire a football coach. To do what he did at Washington with Chris Peterson, what he did at A&M with Jimbo Fisher. To do in Baton Rouge. And those people believed in Scott Woodward so much that they paid a lot of money to get him here. Paid a lot of money to get Joe Oliva out. And when Scott went hat in hand to him and said, hey, we need $26 million to buy out this staff. Boom, boom, boom. $26 million. $26 million. To make not to hire a new staff. $26 million to make them go away. To have the opportunity to hire a new staff. You don't pay $26 million to fire a staff to turn around and hire Bill O'Brien or Mel Tucker or Matt Campbell or Billy Napier or Mark Stoops or Dave Aranda. But if you get past the top targets on your list, you have to hire somebody. And it may come to that. It may, but I don't think it will. You pay $26 million to get rid of them because you're all in. You're pot committed. And I told y'all 6 weeks ago, that LSU was floating an 8-year, $100 million contract. I told y'all that. 6 weeks ago, I told y'all that. And they're going to go throw that contract at Lincoln Riley. They haven't done it yet. I know there's been reports like they haven't done it yet, but they're going to. And LSU's going to offer Lincoln Riley $100 million and make him say no. And my guess is Lincoln Riley's going to say yes. Because who would turn down $100 million? I know this much. Oklahoma's not going to match it. They're not going to match it. And I can't see him turning down $100 million. So I think LSU's going to hire Lincoln Riley. Now, I want to be very clear, it's my opinion. This isn't breaking news. I'm not telling you that it's done. I'm not doing any of that. I'm giving you my opinion based on a lot of really good information I have that I believe LSU's going to go make Lincoln Riley the $100 million offer. And I think he's going to say yes. And if he doesn't, then you're on to the next. And I believe the next is someone in that group of Aranda, Stoops, Napier, O'Brien, Campbell, all those names that you've heard. And I think that person is Mark Stoops. I've told y'all from the beginning that there is no one that I would deem credible at LSU or associated with this in any way that has mentioned Dave Aranda to me. I know you've seen it places. I know Rab published it. I know Glenn Gilbo published it. And I'm telling you, I think they're wrong. I'm telling you, they got floated a name from someone who wanted them to put that out there to distract from what I think they're doing with Lincoln Riley. This is all a hypothesis, okay? I want you to know it's a hypothesis, okay? I'm not breaking news. I'm giving you my opinion based on everything that I've been able to piece together. My opinion is they're going to go make Lincoln Riley a $100 million offer and make him say no. I think he says yes. But there's times where until you're on the plane wearing the purple tie, heading to the press conference, it ain't done. It ain't done till it's done. And if somehow Lincoln Riley gets off the hook, I think the next guy on that list is Mark Stoops. That's my opinion. I think LSU's board was, I don't think I know, LSU's entire board, the president, the AD, and the entire board of supervisors were all in Lexington this year to watch that ass kicking. And the more you talk ear to ground with people around college football, the more impressed they are with Mark Stoops with what he's been able to do. I'm not telling you that's a hire that a lot of fans would get excited about, but that's where I think they are, based on every conversation I've had with anybody that I feel has any morsel of information connected to anything related to this search. I think they're going to offer Lincoln Riley $100 million. I think he takes it. If for some reason that doesn't happen, I think Mark Stoops is next in line. That's where I am willing to stand right now on the day before Thanksgiving. I've been wrong before. Maybe I'll be wrong this time, but I want to be very clear again. I'm just giving you opinion. In the same way that I'm giving you an opinion on what the outcome of a game might be, where I take all the information, everything I've seen, everything I've gathered, and I made as good of an educated guess on that as I can. Sometimes you're right, sometimes you're wrong, but that's where I think they are with this. Matthew Landry, Thomas Dare, Jay Bohr, what up? Matt Covington, Jackson Carney. Are you ready for the coaching search to be over? Yes, sir. Scott Craig, what's good? Cliff Nelson, good evening. KG Wild One, what's up? Scott Thibodeau, Robbie White. Matt, took me about an hour to do it, but I bought GMEX last night, LFG. Hope to have it for years and years. There you go, dude. And Robbie White, you got the right idea, too. How many people are like, man, I'm so disappointed. I'm like, the thing's only been active for like 5 months. You thought you were going to become a millionaire in 6 days? Daryl Sevier, what's up? Or Sevier. Happy Thanksgiving. Trivia Carter, Michael Wells. You should have taken the night off and enjoy your nightcap. Ah, man, and a night's off, bro. Storm DeWitt, what's up? Joey Vincent. Brian Williams, Darren Bone. Especially when I got 217 watching on YouTube, when I've got 258 on Facebook. Look, it's incredible. I've got 500 people hanging out with us. Are you kidding me? I love y'all. This is why I do this. This is why I do what I do. If y'all weren't watching, I wouldn't be doing this. But y'all watch, so I'm here, man. So do me a solid. If you're on YouTube, smash the like button. Facebook, like the page, share the post. And please, the thing that you could do, HUDCO Roofing, you need a roof, family, friend, relative, HUDCOroofing.com. TheGameCoin.net, learn about it. First ever sports crypto with a charity component to it. Already more than $2 million raised for youth sports charities. And then MyCleanLiving.net. Y'all, cold and flu season, I'm telling you, you see me every day on AFR. Got my Fresh Air Mobile on the desk with me. MyCleanLiving.net. Dude, that sits on my bedside at night when I sleep, in the car with me because it's got the car adapter. It's in my office during the day at work, on set with me on AFR, purifying air and surfaces, killing pathogens everywhere. It goes everywhere with me, mycleanliving.net. All right, Mark, what's up? Alan Hurd, what's going on? Would you like to share what you said about the recruiting antics going on by, I don't know what that means. Adam Cotrere, what's up? Patrick, yep. Dude, Patrick Murphy had the press conference. Dude, Patrick Murphy, Billy Donovan was introduced by the Orlando Magic, went back to Florida. Happens. Jason Haynes, what makes you think OU will not match? Jason, I don't think you conceptualize how absurd $100 million is. I don't think you conceptualize it. Oklahoma's paying Mark Stoops. Oklahoma's paying Lincoln Riley. I'm looking at Jeremy McCreary, who said, yikes, Mark Stoops. Oklahoma is paying Lincoln Riley $7 million a year right now. $7 million a year. You're going to go to 12? You're going to increase it by $5 million per year? I think they feel like they can get a coach for less than that they don't need to get in a bidding war with LSU, that they don't need to pay Lincoln Riley $12 million a year. I don't think they'll match, judging by what I've talked to people around Oklahoma who know how the money people around there operate. They think a lot of themselves and their history with Bud Wilkinson and Barry Switzer and all that sort of stuff, and they don't feel like they need it. Reagan Chenevert, enjoying your show. I'm new to it. Thank you, Reagan. Appreciate you for hanging out. Mike Plata. If they hire Mark Stoops, that's going to be a national embarrassment. That definitely means multiple coaches picked other schools over LSU. Mike, I'm telling you flatly, that's not true. I mean, I'll go one by one if you want. I'll go through them with you if you want. I told you James Franklin was on the list initially, did not go well. Matt Campbell is a guy who does not want to recruit 5 stars. That's not going to work in the SEC. Mel Tucker was never really Scott Woodward's target. I think there were some in the administration at LSU that were intrigued by Mel Tucker. Scott Woodward was never. I think ultimately, after those top tier candidates, they zeroed in on Lincoln Riley. And beyond that, when you look at what the plan B is, they have that cluster that a lot of people have mentioned. And of them, Mark Stoops is a guy that's done more at Kentucky than most people ever have. I think they are massively intrigued by his ability to develop players, recruiting 2 stars and JUCOs. And I'm going to tell you, you talk to people within the profession, and there are a lot of people that rave about that dude. So I get it. I mean, getting the guy from Kentucky isn't the thing that's going to wow people, but getting Nick Saban from Michigan State in 1999 wasn't impressive. That worked out. Mike Plata, we need the Hudco Roofing jingle, please. Your wish is my command.
Hudco Roofing, Hudco Roofing. When you need a roof, call someone you know. A Scone in Ontario.
All you need is Hudco.
Hudco Roofing, Hudco Roofing. Call Hudco Roofing.
364
1007.
And by the way, they would have had an opportunity to hire Billy Napier if they wanted. And I've been told flatly that Florida has made Billy Napier their top choice, and that LSU has said you should take that job because if it's not Lincoln Riley, it's not going to be Billy Napier. Let's see, Dustin Cruel. No, don't get me wrong, Dustin. You're not going to pay $12 million for Stoops. Don't misunderstand that. For Lincoln Riley, yes. For Mark Stoops, no. Someone said Aranda makes more sense than Stoops. I flatly disagree. Mark Stoops has been a head coach in the SEC for nearly a decade. Aranda's been a head coach for less than 2 years. And Aranda doesn't like to recruit. I mean, the people that push Aranda are doing so based on nothing more than familiarity. And I'm telling you again, I will plant this flag in the ground. I'm telling you. I know there have been people who have mentioned Dave Aranda's name, and I am telling you this. That's a smokescreen. I'm telling you this. Rabelais ran it, Gilbo ran it, Jordy ran it. I'm telling you they're wrong. They're wrong on Aranda. It's not Dave Aranda. If I'm wrong and they hire Dave Aranda, y'all can all come back, point the finger, and laugh and say, you didn't know shit, and y'all all be right. But I'm going to tell you, as many phone calls as I have made over the last 6 weeks to as many different angles of this as I could possibly make, there is nobody that I would deem credible that has given that name to me. Chris Kohlmeyer, even Matt, after listening to everything, I'm 100% in with what you're saying. If they wanted Napier, it would have been done. Bingo. Listen, I'll tell y'all this, and I've told y'all this for a while, okay? Billy Napier did a very impressive thing. He was not even considered. And he mobilized his legion of supporters, and there are many of them. And they got him a lot of run in this part. And he wanted this job. He wanted the LSU job badly. And he would take LSU over Florida. And I'm telling you, he ain't getting it. He's the number 1 choice at Florida, and he's going to take that job. I'm telling you. And that may end up, we may look 5-10 years down the line and go, you fucked up. Because you could have hired the next Spurrier, the next whoever, and he was right there, and he wanted your job, and you didn't want him. And maybe that's how it goes. Maybe. Maybe LSU hires Lincoln Riley. He's here for 20 years and wins 5 championships. Aaron Rodgers. What's up, AA Ron? Kelly Klein, Peter, Clifford Moore. Mark Stoops can develop talent. Our lines would be really good. And Hudco Roofing. You're right, Clifford. Think about how much that Kentucky line dominated LSU with a bunch of 2 stars and 3 stars that he developed. Good on him. Brian Jones, if Lincoln comes here, do we get OU recruits so we improve our current class? Honestly, Brian, yes. Here's the bottom line: you'll get some, you'll lose some. But listen, I remember Les Miles' first class in 2005, I think had 13 signees. It's just, you take a hit the first year of a new coach. It just happens. It just always happens. Caleb Bernard, my son was dancing. I love it. Austin Labe, what's going on? It's not Mel Tucker, Austin. I'm telling you, point blank, it's not. Dane Bergeron, Matt, respectfully, I prefer Kiffin with contract constraints over Stoops. That's fine, Dane. I'm telling you, from what I've been told, Kiffin for Scott Woodward is a no. I think Kiffin would crush it at LSU. That's my opinion. I think he'd do awesome here. And I'm telling you, I know Lane Kiffin is itching to get out of Oxford, which is crazy to me because they love him. And I think they would pay him and keep him there for a long time. But he's just kind of a malcontent. It's sort of weird. He's just a weird, quirky guy, and he wants out. And I wouldn't be surprised if Miami comes open if he takes it. Andrew Brister, good evening. If Oklahoma wins Saturday, you think LSU waits until after the championship games? I think they have the conversation before the championship game. Florida's perfect for Napier. He's going to have that major chip on his shoulder when battling against LSU. Yeah, he will. Father John David III, does Lincoln Riley take it even if they make the playoff this year? No. And I would tell you that is the kicker. That's the thing that I've said all along that I think is a concern. If OU, let's say they beat Oklahoma State this weekend, they turn around and play Oklahoma State again next weekend and win. They go back-to-back wins over Oklahoma State. Does one loss Oklahoma as a Big 12 champion get in the playoff? If so, Lincoln Riley's not leaving. I'll say that flatly, and I have said that. But I also don't think that's going to happen. I think Oklahoma State's going to beat Oklahoma this weekend, I think. And that'll open the door for LSU to go have that conversation probably Sunday. Let's see. Darren Bones, Scott Loom, 12. Brad Lambert, what's up, Matt? Who coaches LSU if they make a bowl? Probably Mickey Joseph. I'm very comfortable at this point saying that Ed Ogeron will not coach a bowl game for LSU. And it makes a lot of sense. Listen, the new coach would be in trying to finish off the recruiting class in the early signing period. It doesn't make any sense at all that you'd have Ed Ogeron. Like, you'd have the lame duck, the fired coach still bebopping around the building and the facility while the new coach is trying to get – no. If they win on Saturday, Ed Ogeron's going to coach his last game on Saturday regardless. Christopher Williams, Michael Sutherland, what's good? Scott said, how are you making out on your New Year's resolution, taking all of your vacation? You haven't been off much. I'm doing very poorly, Scott. Very poorly. Big Chris Dumb 24 need the Hudco jingle. Matt Hudco should offer Wiggins an NIL deal to sign with LSU. Hell, I'd do it. Alan Lanfear. Even Matt Sazerac Rye Neat. There you go. Mark Allen. Leela Day, Rare Breed Barrel Proof, USMC Mike, what's good? Brian Williams, Travis Laurent, Evening Scone, GMEX to the moon! GameCoin to the moon! Jeremy Brinkmeyer, y'all saw Booga? How about it? Shout out to Booga Nation. Leonard Fournette, new GameCoin ambassador athlete, fired up for it. Brinkmeyer, how much longer do I have to deal with the soap opera stuff? Ready to get a coach and have a normal season. Soon, brother, soon. Jay Bohr. Who wins, Poirier or Oliveira? Give me Poirier, bro. Give me the diamond. Let's go. Ryan Pitchford, what's up? Jerry, happy Thanksgiving. It's not Thursday's AFR at the Sazerac House, still on. So, Jerry, I got some unfortunate news. You're all welcome to come to the Sazerac House, but AFR is going to be in the ballroom upstairs, and there's no people allowed up there. I'm a little disappointed, candidly. I'm pumped to go to the Sazerac House. I'm pumped to do my show from there. Pumped for our for the watch party we're going to have with listeners. It's going to be really cool. But there was a few things. Number one, there was not a stable connection in the lobby for me because they'd have to turn off their point of sale, meaning all their credit card machines and everything. And then also, if I were in the lobby, I'd have to wear a mask. So they were just like, look, we're going to move you upstairs in the ballroom. So you'll have a beautiful view of the CBD. I'll be in the ballroom upstairs. It's going to be a great show from the Sazerac house, and we'll hang out, you know, but unfortunately, y'all aren't going to be able to come watch, unfortunately. So I'm sorry about that. Hunt said we should hope Oklahoma loses. Absolutely. You should very much, if you want Lincoln Riley to be LSU's coach, you should very much want Oklahoma State to win on Saturday. Joseph Armato, what's going on? Christopher Williams is GameCoin easily available to buy soon. Today, brother, you can buy GameCoin now on Bitmart, which is paired with USDT. So if you buy Tether on any crypto exchange anywhere and send your Tether into Bitmart, you just swap Tether for GameCoin. It's that easy. Mark Allen, if the AFR set interchangeable, is the AFR set interchangeable? Yeah, so the panels that you see in the corner with the logos, those change. You can change the screens, but yeah. Same set, though, for everybody. Ben Thompson, what's Total Wine and Meadow? He got overwhelmed looking at the whiskey selection. Out the boot, what's up? Jeremy Brinkmeyer, if it's Lincoln Riley, who did the DC beat? Good question. Don't know. Alex Grinch is his current DC. Brought him in from from Ohio State, and I think he's done a good job. Give him some better talent, in the SEC resources. I think they do just fine. Pharmasaurus said Lincoln Riley signed 2 weeks ago. I am very confident in telling you that Lincoln Riley has not been formally offered a contract and most certainly has not signed a contract. Both assertions are fucking stupid. Shine Boy, what up? Ryan Dunn, what up? Bought a new car, went with a Lincoln. Love it. Justin McVicker, what's going on? Cheers from Oklahoma. Michelob Ultra. All right now. Brett Dagro, Alex Rabelais, Hal Jubin, Christopher Williams, my opinion, I don't see Lincoln Riley leaving Oklahoma. Christopher Williams, $100 million. $100 million. Like, put down your drink, stop typing for a second, and just fucking listen. $100 million. Yeah, he'd fucking leave Oklahoma for $100 million. Hey, Helen. Good evening. Michael Will, still try my darndest to get GameCoin into my trust wallet. It doesn't like me. Have you bought it yet? Have you bought it on an exchange? Let me know what your problem is there. Troy Abear, Matt, why can't LSU wait if OU wins Saturday? If Riley's their guy, isn't he more important than the recruiting class? Yeah, it's not just that, Troy. It's more if they make the playoff, he's not going to leave. He's going to coach his team in the playoff. He's not going to leave Oklahoma if he's got a playoff opportunity, right? Matt, you're missing a Pelicans blowout. And it's not us that's losing. Oh, wow. Eric Wilderotter, does the fact that both Riley and Day had no prior head coaching experience before taking their current roles impact how would you view Aranda? Not really. Julian Sheremy, what's up? Devondis Smith, Mark Allen. Imagine Joe asking for $26 million. So Mark Allen's great point, and I want to explain that. Y'all, Taft giving while Joe Oliva was the AD was significantly down. There were many deep-pocketed individuals who said, I will not give any more money as long as he is the athletic director. The fact that Scott Woodward comes in and gets $26 million to make a coach go away, that's after getting the money he got to pay the women's basketball coach, 2.5, whatever, said the day he was hired, y'all. Most influential hire. Because he knows all the people. He knows the people to call. He knows how to close. He knows how to get deals done. Danny Braywick, watched Home Alone with my kids tonight. My 7-year-old asked, 1, what's a VCR? 2, is that Joe Burrow? It was a poster of Michael Jordan. Oh, God. Reaper 08, think it'll be less if they keep Corey or one more. My understanding is they already have a deal with Corey Raymond done. Corey will be back, and I think Brad Davis, the offensive line coach, will be back as well. Star Hill Stunners, Scone, late to the party. What are you sipping on? Weller 12. My jam, dude. Weller 12. Of the attainable unicorns. It's my fave. Lawrence Burley, Saltwater Cowboy, Tim Lucy, you actually flat out said that it would not be Napier early on. It was very definitive in your tone. And I'm convinced of the same, that it's not going to be Billy Napier. I am very impressed that Napier mobilized as much support as he did, but Scott Woodward's not going to hire the coach from Lafayette. I don't know what else to tell you. That was my understanding at the beginning, and as much as Billy pushed and got a lot of support, it's not going to be Napier. I think he's going to be the Florida coach. Let's see. But how proven is Riley? Oh, Jesus Christ. How proven is Riley? Oh, my God. I have no time for you. Go away. That's the same guy asking if he would turn down $100 million. Go away. You're done. You're done. I'm sure you're a nice guy, but you're done. Jacob Falcon, what's up? Leonard Sarasota, opinions. Feldman's been spouting facts. He's very connected to OU and Stoops. He's been adamant about no Riley and Mark Stoops being a strong candidate. Checkmate. Okay, Leonard. Come on back. Come on back. And I'm telling you that Bruce Feldman is wrong. I'll remind you, Feldman's also the guy that said LSU wasn't going to hire Bo Pelini. They hired Bo Pelini. Let's see. Rapping Batches, what's up? Jacob Falcon. By the way, Feldman is not connected to LSU. Feldman is connected to Ed Ogeron. He wrote the book Meat Market. Derek, Ed, those are his connections to LSU. That's it. Let's see. Logan Elrod, what's up? How's Drew? He's well, man. Thank you. Let's see. Matt, can you help me understand how reliant GameCoin is on the success of Binance? Is there a way to hedge against a scenario where Binance tanks? That's a great point, Eric. So yes, because GameCoin is on the Binance Smart Chain, you have to buy Binance coin and swap it on something like Pancake Swap, and swap your Binance coin on the Binance Smart Chain for GameCoin. So the price is, I can't explain to you the exact algorithm, how it works. A hedge is a good idea, but if you don't fully understand the algorithm, I don't know exactly what to say. So, yes, but what I will say is that when GameCoin launched, the price of Binance was in the 200s. So the fact that even if it does retract, if you do have a correction, which you will, I mean, when the Bitcoin cycle ends, the 4-year halving cycle ends, all coins will follow. I believe liquidity in GameCoin by that point will be high enough to where it shouldn't matter. Let's see. Spurge, what's up? Brian Dunn, I need a personal one-on-one lesson on how to buy GameCoin. Go to the website, thegamecoin.net. There's a step-by-step explanation of how to buy it. Nick Diaz, Okie State O's, after 2011. You're damn right. Where are we? Damon Hinderberger. Do we get the Hudco jingle on Nightcap? We've already had it once, Damon. I'll bring it back in a few. Dustin Blanchard, what's good? All right, let's see. Jump back here to Facebook. I go back and forth, y'all, so my apologies. I know the comments are going quickly. 331 on YouTube, only 112 likes. Smash that like button if you're watching. X out of the live chat, hit the thumbs up, come right back in the live chat. Thank you so much. We appreciate it very much. Facebook 228. We are over 500. Look at this, man. We're pushing 600 people on Nightcap with Scone. Where's my Nightcap with Scone OGers from quarantine? Thank you all for being here, man. Buford Morris, Dr. Evil, that shit up, Matt. $100 million. Jeremy Causey, Matt, are you happy with Riley? Absolutely. Are you kidding me? It's Lincoln Riley. The guy's been to the New Year's Six or the playoff every year he's been the coach at Oklahoma. He's had 2 Heisman Trophy winners and 2 number 1 overall picks at quarterback. That doesn't include Jalen Hurts, who's starting in the NFL right now. He's a quarterback magnet. I believe the hardest thing to do in team sports is to find a legit starting quarterback, and he churns them out like butter. So, yeah, absolutely. Jason Hatchett, what's going on? Joe Walters. Gut feeling, tell me Lane Kiffin is LSU's next coach. Joe Walters, I will tell you, your gut is lying to you because it will not be Lane Kiffin. I've been told flatly Lane Kiffin for Scott Woodward is a no. Not even getting a sniff at LSU. Kelly Kleinpeter, what's going on? Chad Gidry. GameCoin and Crypto.com is the future. The CRO, Crypto.com coin is pumping, and obviously when you look at Crypto.com, just if you want a long-term hold, this is not financial advice again, but Crypto.com just signed a 20-year deal with the Staples Center where the Lakers play. 20 years. They're going to have front and center promotion as a crypto exchange for 20 years. Yeah, I'd say that's a pretty good hold. That's a good long-term hold. Daryl Ingram, what's good? Cheryl Lawrence, Wild Turkey 101, who knew it was that good? It is good. Ty Fly, what's up? Kevin Toller, what's Les Miles up to these? Les and Kathy, as I understand it, are building a house in Florida and kind of retiring there. Gerard Leday, is Woodward's next big hire men's basketball coach? Good question, Gerard. Alluding to potential impending NOA. And of course, when Will Wade was suspended and then reinstated, they wrote into his contract or drafted his contract that if he does, in fact, get hit with an NOA, LSU could fire him for cause, no him, nothing. But I have a sneaking suspicion they're going to hang on to him. Look at Bill Self at Kansas. Same thing. Got hammered. They gave him a contract extension. I think LSU's gonna dig in. The only thing potentially that could change that, in my opinion, is if the NCAA held football over LSU's head and said, "Look, do something with Wade, or we're gonna hammer football." Fan base in Norman better hope Lincoln Riley hates money. Kip Kippers, what's good? Sadly, we'll have to bury the handy audio. I know. Jay Harvey, what's good? Shane Abear, Riley, Aranda, Fickle is my short list. And Riley is the top. Aranda and Fickle are not on the list. Sean Anthony Berthelot, what's up? I'll put it to you this way. And I've said this from the beginning, that Scott Woodward has his floor, right? The candidate, he knows that they're not going lower than that. That if they offer this guy's taking the job. So who was that? For baseball, it was Jay Johnson. That's worked out okay. My opinion today is that for football, that's Mark Stoops. I think it's Lincoln Riley. And at this point, if Lincoln says no or they can't get the deal done, I think it's Mark Stoops. Stephen Ward, what's up? Tell me it won't be O'Brien. It won't be O'Brien. Jason Gonzalez, will Mickey Joseph be retained? I don't believe so. It's my understanding Mickey Joseph actually already has an offer at Nebraska if he wants to take it. Bart St. Germain, what's up? Bart James Thompson. Can we start a GoFundMe for Coach O's binder? Whoops. Sorry. Oh, there we go. Let's see. Garrett McGee. So is GameCoin easier to buy now? It was a nightmare to try to get before. Said something about it wouldn't let me buy in my area or something. That's because you probably went straight to Trust Wallet. We're trying to buy through Trust Wallet, which you can't do. You would have to go to an exchange like Crypto.com, purchase Binance Coin, move it to Trust Wallet, swap it. Anyway, it's all the instructions on how to do it are there. At the website. Now on Bitmart, all you would need is to own USDT, which is Tether, and you send your Tether to Bitmart, and you swap Tether for GameCoin. It's that easy. Carrie Hughes, we need an Ask You Rock Thanksgiving edition. I think she's putting Drew down right now. But if she comes this way before we're done, we'll do it. Kyle Milk and Scone, are you like me and rooting for the Bengals second to the Saints? Yeah, man, I always root for the LSU guys, wherever they are. Joshua Miley, what about Blake Baker's improve the linebackers? That's one, Joshua, where it's a good question. That's one I would tell you that whoever the new coach is that comes in would likely interview staff and say, and that may be a guy who I agree with you would be worth keeping. But that's got to be up to the new coach. Sean Madare, give up some GMEX info, Matt. Bitmart launched today, announced Leonard Fournette yesterday as the newest GameCoin ambassador athlete. Conversations with ambassador athletes, with liquidity partners about the platform itself. Those happen every single day. Amazing project that's moving forward, and I believe is going to reshape not only Baton Rouge, but sports, crypto, and digital assets and sports. I think it's incredible. It's incredible. Jackie Lack, what's good? Billy Mathern, Matt, sorry if you answered this already. Who's the name of the beer? What was the name of the beer Taylor said released on Black Friday? Billy, I forgot the name of the beer. I wonder if he's watching. And I would text him, but my phone has us on YouTube. Shoot him. Hey, I tell you what, Billy, just go back into AFR today at the end of hour 1 and listen to the segment with Taylor. It'll be in there. Clifford Moore, Matt, does OU and Texas join in 2022? I don't believe so. Tyler Cascio, Matt, you think the Saints are going to eat turkey tomorrow night after the game? I do, Tyler. I picked them to win 24-23. And I think Buffalo is a good team, but Buffalo has been Jekyll and Hyde. That's a Buffalo team that their most impressive win was probably their early season win at Kansas City, but watch them lose to Jacksonville, watch them get blown out by Indy. That's been an up and down team looking for stability. And Sean Payton has had the Saints play exceptional football on these holidays and primetime games. I think the Dome's going to be rocking. So I like the Saints tomorrow, even with the injuries. Cheryl, in your opinion, how many games does LSU have to win before they be placed in the top 25? Cheryl, I'm going to tell you this straight up, and this is not an opinion. This is a straight up fact because I know a lot of them. Pollsters are holding Will Wade against LSU right now. Most of them are lazy. They exist in an echo chamber, and they don't take the time to watch LSU play right now. But they ain't going to ignore them for long. I mean, you go blow up Penn State, you beat Wake Forest or Oregon State down in Destin. You come home, you beat Ohio U. I mean, you're 8-0 and blowing everybody out. They're going to get attention. Let them keep sleeping. Kyle Acock. Hey, Matt. Love the basketball win over Belmont. Year-over-year improvement on defense is unreal. Yes. Brandon Atchison, what's up? Kevin Toller, what's the easiest way to explain crypto to a dummy? You have to get your mind out of the idea of a cryptocurrency, and you have to think of it more as an asset. Ultimately, Web 1.0 was search engines. Web 2.0 was social media. Web 3.0, the next iteration of the website of the internet, is blockchain technology. Crypto assets are the assets associated with different blockchain technologies, dApps, decentralized apps, and things like that are being built on blockchain. So it's like, think of it like investing in the next version of Facebook or Amazon or Twitter or whatever at the ground level. Tommy Prohaska, what's going on? Jay Harvey, briefly your feelings on Stoops. I would have been very underwhelmed by Stoops a month ago. I have had a lot of conversations when his name was first mentioned to me kind of casually about a month ago. And my reaction was what many of yours was, oh, come on. I've had a lot of conversations with coaches, recruiters, people in the industry who are just blown away by the attention to detail, the development. They're taking 2-star athletes and putting together a plan, a physical plan for them, how their body will develop. Everything from size, weight, speed, arm size, everything over their time in Lexington. And every athlete is on that trajectory. So they're basically developing 2-stars into players that can play in the SEC. Now imagine if you use that same approach with 5 stars, 4 and 5 stars. I'd be impressed, very impressed. And you are never getting a quarterback to Kentucky, ever. You can't recruit a quarterback to Kentucky. You can't. You can recruit a quarterback to LSU. James Dennis McLean, what's up? Matt St. Cyr, Hong Tam Win, Jonathan Meyer, why not Dabo, whose team is not coming to the SEC. Don't understand the hate on him by a lot of people. I agree with you. Shelby Kelly, is there anyone between Riley and Stu? And back to the Dabo thing, Jonathan. Dabo's done a great job of building a consistent contender and a championship program at Clemson, no doubt. Dabo also doesn't really have a specialty. That's the appeal of Lincoln over a guy like Dabo. He's 38, and he is the quarterback guru. So it's like, even if you miss on an assistant, well, he's the guy that's developing the quarterbacks, calling plays anyway. Is there anyone between Riley and Stoops in your opinion, or is it those two? It's those two. In my opinion, based on every morsel of information that I've collected over since the week after the UCLA loss, that's where I've been led to this opinion. I haven't said shit since then, y'all. I mean, I've told y'all a lot. I've told you a lot of what I've heard and stuff like that, within reason, with what I've been willing to say. But I haven't made any opinions. I haven't breaking no news. I haven't made any bold declarations or anything like that. What I'll tell you now is that's where I am. With everything I've gathered over this whole time, all the way back to the week after the UCLA game, when I was told by 2 boosters they had been contacted to contribute to the buyout, and I knew it was over. Do y'all remember the Monday after LSU lost to UCLA? I led my show, AFR, and I said, LSU will never win anything of significance again under Ed Orgeron. Remember that? Yeah, I wasn't guessing, because I knew boosters had already been contacted about contributing to the buyout. Like, he was done. It was over. It wasn't a bold proclamation. I knew it. It was done. And I'm telling you, at this point, 8 weeks later, 10 weeks later, 11 weeks later, every conversation I've had, every morsel of information I've gathered has led me to this conclusion where I'm willing to say they're going to offer it to Lincoln. I think Lincoln's going to accept it. And if he doesn't, they're going to hire Mark Stoops. That's my opinion, based on everything I've gathered right now. Jay Harvey, what's good? Robbie Compton, Goose Island beer. There you go. Let me jump back here to YouTube. Appreciate y'all's patience. By the way, 363 watching on YouTube, still 188 on Facebook. I will get to every comment. Like, sometimes I stay here for 2 hours. I will get to every comment. If you're patient with me, I'll get to all of them. Just be patient with me, and I'll make my way through it. So thank y'all so much. HUDCO Roofing, HUDCOroofing.com. I know a lot of people still recovering from Ida. We got materials. We got crews. HUDCOroofing.com. HUDCOroofing.com. We can get to you. GameCoin, and I also mentioned mycleanliving.net. NASA technology in air purifiers proven to eliminate the virus that causes COVID-19, including cold, flu, strep, bacteria, odor. The bacteria that causes odor. After I go to Whiskey and Wine, I sit in Don Juan Cigar Bar, I come home, I take off my clothes, I put it on top of our Air and Surface Pro. Takes the smoke smell right out of it. Let's see. Matt, I trust your knowledge since day one. Thank you, Shine Boy. But decide who you trust and think is credible. It's all good. LA Mom 2020, love you too, Matt, even though you gave me grief about liking Durante. I don't think you're bad for liking Durante, but if you think that they should retain Durante as defensive coordinator, you're high. Joey Vincent, we'll be on lot 407 at the softball complex. Hope we can make it to Don Juan in time because of traffic. Y'all come on out. We'll be there. FACP monitoring, Matt, who did you think LSU would hire in 2016? They had a deal done with Tom Herman in 2016. I don't know if you're trying to troll me, but that was done. Done. They actually executed a pretty brilliant smokescreen where everybody thought it was Jimbo and it was Herman the whole time. And then Joe Oliva, faced with a slight bit of adversity, shat down his leg and ran his defensive line coach up to the podium. Andrew Repass, and now LSU's got to pay $26 million for that guy to go away. Happy Thanksgiving, sipping on wild turkey. If Aranda isn't a legit candidate, and no Riley, they'd let Napier walk to a yearly rival because it's not a sexy enough name. And because, honestly, Andrew, I think that Scott Woodward really is impressed by Mark Stoops. He got an up-close look at Kentucky kicking the shit out of LSU in Lexington this year with a bunch of 2-stars. He's been in the SEC for 9 years. I mean, that's an impressive run. Donovan Thibodeau finally get to stay up for Nightcap. I'm off tomorrow. Got my Sazerac. There you go, Donovan Thibodeau. C-Tray 193, LSU with stability is scary. Would OU hire Mark Stoops as Riley's replacement? I don't know. I really don't know enough about Oklahoma's administration and what they would look for and covet. But, I mean, Bob Stoops was there for 20 years, so perhaps Bob Stoops could stump for his brother. I really don't know. Matt, is this based on OU losing Saturday, or do they offer either way? Hal, I think they're going to offer either way. I think it becomes more complex if they have to play another week. Drew Boogie, what's up? Mason Spillman, has Lincoln Riley commented on taking the job or staying? So early last week, he was asked about it and offered the most passive, non-denial denial. Guys, we talk about this every year. You don't know how I feel about this place. Come on. That's basically all he said. So Christopher said if Lincoln's their guy, I doubt they let one game change their mind. Keep in mind, it's not about one game changing their mind. It's not about win or lose change your mind. A lot of coaching hires depend on timing. And what I keep trying to stress to you so you all understand is the timing that matters is if Lincoln Riley makes the playoff, the best analogy that I can give that you all would understand is what happened in 07. Les Miles was taking the Michigan job in 07. And then Herbstreit had the report. Les had to address it. LSU beats Tennessee, and 10 different upsets happened. LSU's in the championship game. Well, at that point, Les isn't leaving LSU. He's about to play in the championship game. Same thing. No matter how much Les wanted to go to Michigan, his dream job, his alma mater, he wasn't leaving his team that's playing for a national championship. If Lincoln Riley gets Oklahoma in the college football playoff, he's not leaving Oklahoma when he's in the playoff. So that's why that's more of it, not just like the result of one game. Hope that makes sense. Where are we? Woody isn't out there duck hunting with Clyde Edwards-Helaire if the horse isn't already in the barn. Or maybe Woody hunts all the fucking time. And maybe there's not much more to do right now until you can wait till after that game and go talk to that guy. Y'all motherfuckers only want to talk about this, obsess over this 24/7, 365. And y'all ain't got nothing to do with it. Jay Dixon, 1, 2, 3, 4. What about Peterson not coming out of retirement? Matt, question again. Who did you? Oh, I answered that. Ray Baker, what's up? T-Rant isn't going to like that. I don't know what that means. Let's see. Drew Boogie, what percent do you give LSU gets Lincoln Riley? 89.4%. Who turns down $100 million? Who is going to turn down $100 million? I don't think he does. I think he takes the job if they offer. And I'll tell you the other thing too. You talk to people in Norman, and this is a thing in Norman that is also, I'll give you another morsel of info, which has led me down this path, aside from just the money. Lincoln wasn't pumped about Oklahoma jumping into the SEC. Not because he was afraid of competition, but because he didn't think Oklahoma's resources were up to par to be able to compete in the SEC. LSU's are. Thaddeus A. Cox. Matt, do you think Lincoln can keep LSU winning at a high level on a consistent basis? I do. Josh Jones agreed. I wouldn't be disappointed with Stoops with our resources. Bill going to New England from Cleveland and Saban was 6-6 first 4 years in Michigan State. Record doesn't always tell the full story. That's true. Christopher Williams, what about Kiffin? You said he was lobbying for the job. Christopher, I'll tell you this point blank. I know 1,000,000% Lane Kiffin desperately wants the LSU job, and he would leave Ole Miss for Gainesville in a millisecond too, and he can't get a sniff. Can't get a sniff, and he's pissed about it. Can't get a sniff. He's going to be 10. If they beat Mississippi State, it'll be 10-2 at Ole Miss. Never won 10 games in a regular season in the history of that program. He's about to do it, and he can't get a sniff. Personality, off the field, so I don't know, but can't get a sniff. I was told flatly that he is a no. Kiffin is a no from Woodward. By the way, I would love Lane Kiffin. The attention he would bring, the offensive ability, the play calling, the ability to recruit, develop quarterback, I love it. I would love Lane Kiffin here, but I don't get to make the hire. Scott Woodward, don't ask my opinion. Matt, drinking Old Forester 1920 Prohibition style, very nice. All right, Terrell Guidry. Jacob Hibbert, does Stoops recruits his ass off. Lamar Stevens, no one cares, but I'm going to be upset if we get Stoops over Kiffin. Lamar, I'm telling you, Kiffin is not even in the mix. Like, you need to punt that idea out of your brain. Lane Kiffin is not even in the mix at LSU. I mean, I've been told as point blank as I can be that Kiffin is a no from Scott Woodward. Gulf South, Mark Stoops would be Woodward's weakest hire without a doubt. Definition of a letdown. I think perception doesn't match reality. I understand your perception because it was mine too. But I think the more that you actually learn about him, the more impressed you'd be. Let's see. Bo Pelini's the best option for LSU. Roll Tide 2021 said Bo Pelini's the best option for LSU. Todd Dupree, any legitimate scenario where Napier ends up at LSU? No, Todd, I'm telling you. Napier, I think, ends up at Florida. Napier is Florida's number one choice. It's his job to accept or decline, and I think he's going to accept it. I think Billy Napier will be the Florida coach. Cliff Nelson, 288 on YouTube. Can we get to 350? We're at 373. That's got to be a record. Y'all tell me if I'm wrong, but that's got it. 373 for Nightcap on YouTube has got to be a record. Where are we on Facebook? Facebook's at 186. Jesus. I think, so we're 600 people right now watching. It's bonkers. Thank y'all so much, man. God, we're going to get over 200 likes. We're at 180 likes already. Love it. Thank y'all so much, man. Smash the like button. Y'all are the best. Conspiracy theory, Nick Saban returns to LSU. Hamilton Keener, who's your dream coach for the job? Nick Saban. John Smithsonian, what's going on? Trey Cousin. Oh, gosh. I lost my place, y'all. God dog it. I lost my place. God dog it. Okay, here we go. Got it. Here, got it. How'd you like Penelope toasted? Awesome. Michelle Moore, what's good? If you knew it was Stoops and someone asked you about it, would you tell the guy that LSU fans will be happy about the hire? Lamar, honestly, and I want to be very clear about this, okay? And this is where I think sometimes you all would have to just choose if you trust me or not. The people within coaching circles who I've talked to about Mark Stoops have convinced me, because I know they know a shitload more than I do. They recruit against him, they coach against, like, all that stuff. Have convinced me that would be a pretty badass hire. I want to be very clear. If you're a fan and you hear Mark Stoops and you go, Mark Stoops, I get it. I totally, because that was my reaction. Like, Mark Stoops, I get it. I totally get it. But that's when it was like on me to do due diligence to say, all right, why this guy? Like, why not Billy Napier? Why not Lane Kiffin? Why not all the names that you all have mentioned, which seem to make so much more sense? And I go back to it and I go, Scott Woodward knows what the fuck he's looking for. Same reason he landed on Jay Johnson when everybody was talking about Cliff Godwin and Mike Bianco and other people that were familiar names that you might have been more comfortable with, and he went and found a fucking dude. I think that might be where he lands in football too. I mean, I still think Lincoln Riley's gonna take the job. Like, if you said, Matt, right now, take your entire net worth and go put it on red or black. Lincoln Riley, the coach, yes or no? I'm putting it on yes. I think Lincoln Riley's an excellent coach. I do. Let's see. Dustin Blanchard, Joseph Armato, Dank Hill. How many bottles of whiskey do you own currently? Last time I counted, I was close to 200. This isn't even, y'all can't even see all of it there. That's like, there's there's 4 shelves. There's a whole cabinet over there too. It's a lot. It's a lot. Which assistants likely to be kept? Talked about that already. I believe Corey Raymond and the offensive line coach Brad Davis return. I think the deal, my understanding is the deal for Corey is done. He's staying regardless. And I think Brad Davis will stay too. Drew Boogie, Chris Allen. Out of the current list, Riley 1, Napier 2, Stoops 3. I'm telling you, Chris, Napier's not getting the job. At this point, I would be fall over stunned if Napier was anything other than the Florida coach, because there's no other job he would take. He's not getting the LSU job. And Florida's the best other job. Florida's better than SC. Florida's better than Washington. Florida's better than Virginia Tech. And Florida's made him their number 1 candidate. They're going to offer him. He's going to take it. Blake Linksweiler. Matt, do you know for certain Lincoln Riley's been contacted? I believe Lincoln Riley has not been contacted. Not him directly. I believe his representatives have been contacted to gauge interest. And when you start talking about $100 million, you get everyone's attention. Yes. Let's see. The mullet owes us one from 2011. Damn right. I can't believe Woody's hung up on Napier being in Lafayette. Thought ULL was supposed to have the complex. That's a big part of it, I'm telling you. Tookie Mello and Daddy TV. How could Florida interview Napier if he's preparing for a championship? Keep in mind, interviews don't often happen like that. It's contact through intermediaries and agents to discuss interest. And then you have some formal interview when the time is right to have that formal interview. Now, what if Coach O wanted to come on AFR a few months down the road? Would you welcome the interview and ask hard hitters or softballs? First of all, Robbie, you of all people who've listened to my show for long enough know, if you think that I'm going to have a coach on my show just to ask pussy questions, excuse me, I hate that word, I'm sorry. Like, but you know my feeling on that. Like, there have been times where people have wanted to come on my show and I said, but they said, but you can't ask about this. I'm like, then don't come on my show. I'm not going to do my audience a disservice. It's a fluff-filled bullshit waste of time to have someone on the show just because of who their name is if you don't actually ask a relevant question. What does the audience get out of bullshit, softball, fluff interviews? Nothing. Fucking nothing. I'd rather fart into a microphone because you know what happens? You ruin your credibility with your audience. When you get someone on the show and you refuse to ask a tough question, your audience, you lose your credibility with your audience. And if Ogeron wants to come on my show, in a heartbeat, anytime. I think my audience would love to hear that. But absolutely, I would ask tough questions and I would push him, unlike most people are willing to do. Logan L, but he won't do it. Logan Elrod, what's up? Jonathan Hamlet, what's up? Shane Lacoste, Riley will get a raise from OU. They have arrogant boosters with deep pockets too. Man, getting $100 million. Mike, I heard, what if Lincoln comes in and busts with that $100 million? Well, you took your shot. How long till Mullen arrives at Saban's PR recovering and shame coach's rehab clinic? I think he'll be a head coach again. Jesse Quinn, do you think Oklahoma State beats Oklahoma this weekend? I do. Donovan Thibodeau, O'Brien out, checking into rehab, Mullen to Bama. If Rick knows Corey's coming back, what gives? My understanding is that Rick's was upset that Stingley got all of the NIL deals and he got none. And that watch this. Watch this. That Ohio State has already guaranteed him NIL deals. He'll go to Ohio State and he will immediately have NIL deals. Watch it. I hope whoever the new coach is comes in and immediately re-recruits him and fixes that. Todd Dupree, worst case scenario, who's the fail-safe option? I think it's Mark Stoops. That's what I'm telling you. Like, look at Scott Woodward's track record. He's got his shoot for the stars guy, and then he's got his guy that's not going to say no. Scott's not going to do the thing where 8 different coaches say no or 8 different coaches withdraw from consideration. You know what I mean? Like, he's not going to do that. He's not. He's gonna have his guy. He'll take his shot. If he connects, he'll hire him, i.e. Mulkey. If not, he'll have his guy that won't say no. And I think that, and I'm telling you my opinion based on everything I've been able to cobble together over 10 weeks is I think that's Mark Stoops. Everyone who's telling you Dave Aranda is wrong. Anyone who's telling you Napier is wrong. Anyone who's telling you Matt Campbell is wrong. That's best I can tell you right now. I don't know what else to say. Cody Fontenot, late to the party. Have you said you think the deal is done? The guy's already selected. Cody, I will tell you with absolute certainty a deal is not done. Anyone who is telling you a deal is done is full of shit, is grade A full of shit, does not know what they're talking about, point and laugh at them, mock them for all eternity. Better yet, point and laugh and then ignore them for eternity. If someone today is telling you a deal is done, they are full of shit. They do not know what they're talking about. Denley Nelson. Riley is smoke. He doesn't fit Louisiana. Kiffin is way better. Okay. Let's see. Josh Faust. Matt, you've been wrong on damn near everything this year, such as Ed Ogeron getting fired. I was right about that. What have I been wrong on? Please tell me. I mean, if you're talking about picking games, okay, fuck, who knows? Like, there's professional handicappers that miss on games. Yeah, we all have an opinion. You pick a game. Maybe you get a winner or lose or whatever. You want to talk about shit like this? You're out of your fucking mind if you think that. Matt, have you heard LSU reaching out? Let's see. Antonio Burkett, if Stoops or Campbell was the last option, what do you expect the salary to be? Good question. He said $7.5 million, question mark. Sure, something along those lines, maybe a little less. I mean, like, if it's, hypothetically, if it's Stoops, okay? Mark Stoops, Kentucky. It's 5.25, so you could pay Mark Stoops $7, right? And he'd take it and be pumped. Austin Labe, Riley's a splash, Stoops is not. Have a feeling there would be another candidate in between if we strike out on Riley. Don't know who it would be. I'm going to disagree with you, Austin. I think what you're discounting is the amount of legwork that's been done to vet candidates. And in your opinion, that's not a splash. And it doesn't matter what your opinion is because it's going to be whatever Scott Woodward wants to do. Brian Champagne. If Scott Woodward hires Stoops, he'll be gone in 3 years, both of them. This is going to be fun to revisit these if they do hire Stoops. By the way, I'm going to maintain, I don't think they hire Stoops. I think they hire Lincoln Riley. Cody DeVille, Lane Kiffin, been on my shit list since Jansen Jackson debacle. Oh my God, that's a blast in the past. Jamie Hodges, if somehow they strike on O'Reilly, who's the next option if Napier goes to Florida? That's what I've been saying for an hour and 10 minutes now. I think it's Mark Stoops. Michael Merritt, people need to remember a lot of people feel the same way about Stoops they did about Saban. I'd much prefer LSU get Riley. Saban wasn't the sexy hire in the late 90s. That's very true. And I'll also remind you that the last 3 coaches at LSU have all won national championships, and 2 of them are named Les Miles and Ed Ogeron. Mark Stoops or Lincoln Riley or Billy Napier or Mel Tucker or Matt Campbell or Dave Aranda would all do fine here. That's got to be a record. 416 watching on YouTube. 416. Smash the like button. Appreciate y'all. Jason Austin, explain why Dabo isn't a possibility again. Heard Dabo's name at one point that he might be interested. Never popped up again. That might have been one of those things where they vetted and he was just not interested. Happens. He's making 9-10 million a year. I mean, you know, to uproot, move a program he built, maybe just wasn't interested, which I get it. Do you like Napier for 6 to 7 million or Riley for 12? Riley. Daniel Laurent, Napier to Florida. That's going to be a hell of a program the next couple of years. A lot of Florida people don't quite see it, but they will. Eric Hammond, who do you think Riley considers DC if he takes the LSU job? I don't know, Eric. I mean, maybe he takes his current DC, Alex Grinch, with him. Frederick, missing out on Riley and getting Stoops would be like getting divorced from Kanye and ending up with Pete Davidson. That's good. Matt Bryant, real question. Who would Coach O say that Joe Brady recommend for the LSU job? Touche. Bradley Reed. Compare O'Brien's blind resume with Stoops' resume. Okay. I don't believe Mark Stoops has NFL experience. Now, he is 54 years old. Let's see. GA at Iowa. Coached in the high school ranks in Ohio. Then went to South Florida, Wyoming, Houston as the co-DC, Miami. He was on the Miami staff that won the Natty in 01. He was there 1, 2, and 3. Then was at Arizona with his brother from 04 to 09. Then Florida State 10, 11, 12 under Jimbo. And then became the Kentucky coach in 2013. He's been there ever since. Dax Jeter, Kentucky has a bunch of 2 stars for a reason. He's not a great recruiter. Dax, that's fucking stupid. Sorry, man, but that's fucking stupid. That's like saying you're not a great recruiter because you couldn't get 5 stars to fucking Vanderbilt. Come on, bro. It's Kentucky. Kentucky hasn't competed for an SEC championship since Bear Bryant was there 70 years ago. Like, Dax, honestly, bro, that's a fucking stupid comment. Like, 5 stars don't go to Kentucky. They don't. It doesn't matter who is there. I mean, come on, brother. Like, you got to be more real than that. That's some bullshit. Like, he has actually gotten an occasional 4-star there, which is incredible. Dave Falgood, do any of those coaches have special notebook with plans to build and win? It's a binder, by the way. Christopher Smith, what's up, Matt? Sitting here with Jeff Hudson. What's up, Jeff? Jeff Hudson of Hudco Roofing, HudcoRoofing.com. The man, great dude. Of course, if y'all are up in North Louisiana, holler at Hudco North. They'll take care of you, man. Roof replacements, give them a shout up there in the 318-31 Great. Jeff Hudson, what a dude, man. Jeff and Cherry are awesome people, man. Awesome people. Happy Thanksgiving to y'all. Tyler Cascio, ain't no bus where I live. Jamie Hodges, T-Bob has kissed O's ass for you. On occasion, he's asked the tough question that needs to be asked. But there's also an understanding, and I do not want to come across being insulting or anything like that. There's also an understanding of what it is, right? When Ogeron agrees to do that interview, it's going to be friendly. Stephen Duvall, you just made Thanksgiving dinner conversation very interesting. Frank Alessi, Coach O is going to Joe Boy your show when he's retired with nothing to do. He can hold a grudge with the best. What does that mean, Joe Boy? Jacob Picard, what's your thoughts on Aranda? Would you like it? Yeah, I mean, I think Dave's a really smart guy. He's cerebral. I think he'd hire a good staff. I think he'd build good culture. I think the problem with Dave is Dave doesn't love recruiting. I mean, that worries me at a place like LSU, because you have got to be able to roll up your sleeves and battle with Nick and Kirby and Jimbo for a guy like Jacoby Matthews. I mean, Jacoby Matthews is a 5-star right there in Ponchatoula, and you're going to fucking lose him to Alabama or Texas A&M. Like, you got to get that kid. And if you don't love recruiting, it's going to be hard to get that kid. You know what I mean? I'm ready for a Matt rant. I don't know what y'all want me to rant about. Pomeroy, what's good? Where do we land on you giving me a heavy pour of that Weller? Pomeroy, anyone that comes to my house, the bar is open, man. Literally. You can have whatever you want. Brian Champagne, Scott Woodward better make the right hire within 3 years. He'll be gone, so will the coach. You've made that point a couple times. ADs only get hired to hire one coach. Woodward is going to put his legacy on Mark two-star Stoops. We'll see. I don't believe so. I think he's going to put it on Lincoln Riley. Scott Edwin, that's why you'll keep getting, cross because you're focused so much on Stoops. You're not focusing on the fact that I'm telling you I think Lincoln Riley is going to be LSU's coach. Scott, and what's funny is I've asked a bunch of people at Oklahoma, like a lot of media members at Oklahoma, and they all just laugh. And I'm like, y'all, usually it's like in work where like the person getting fired is often the last one to know. It feels like that. There's a lot of arrogance right now from people at OU where they just think, oh, he's not leaving here. We're OU. That's the feeling. And I'm telling you, someone comes and throws $100 million on the table. Scott Edwin Capel. Has any school ever won a national championship with 3 consecutive coaches? Miami did it. Miami did it with Schnellenberger, Jimmy Johnson, and Dennis Erickson. And then Butch Davis didn't, but would have if he stayed. So Coker won that one in 01. So Miami did it. Alan Hurd. Only one person to trust. What pick does E-Rock say? I'll get her in here and ask. Travis Bushnell. Is Riley not getting an extension from OU in this time frame like Tucker did a sign that he's moving out? No, because honestly, who asked that? It's a good question, Travis, and I do understand your point. Usually you don't do those things during the season. It's a little odd that Michigan State and Penn State both announced theirs during the season. Justin O'Banion, enjoying some Heaven's Door double barrel. There you go. Bob Dylan's whiskey. Good job with that. John Malonzo, what up, Matt? Hope you and the family have a happy Thanksgiving. Thank you, John. Same to you and yours. By the way, 435. We keep climbing. 435. That's got to be a record. Maybe one of the LSU baseball companion shows we exceeded that, but 430 has got to be a record. Smash that like button. Thank you so much for watching. 170 here on Facebook. So we're over 600 cumulative viewers right now on Nightcap with Scone. I love it. Thank y'all so much for watching. Jeremy Norris, does Riley call plays at Oklahoma? Yes. Frank Alessi, Joe Boy is the dude that called the show, said he had a fishing spot. Oh, that was J Boy. Yeah, well, and not Jake Crane. Please don't misunderstand. Not Jake Crane. I just landed in NOLA. Little Woodford on the plane for Whiskey Wednesday. There you go, Nicholas Cantrell. Daniel Laurent, you doing morning scone? Of course, Daniel. I've done morning scone every day for 1,340 days, I think. Why would we skip tomorrow? Who do you like, Oklahoma or Oklahoma State this weekend? I like Oklahoma State. I do think Oklahoma State wins at home. Hey, okay, E-Rock's here now. Someone just asked. They said, listen, if we really want to find out who the coach is going to be, we need to ask E-Rock.
I know.
So, who do you think is the next LSU head coach? She's like, who do you think is the next coach?
I'm not gonna botch this.
Well, who do you want it to be?
I Lane Kiffin.
You want it to be Lane Kiffin?
Yeah.
Oh, it's not going to be Lane Kiffin.
Yeah, I know.
I'm sorry.
I know.
I would like
Who is
that
it
too.
gonna be?
I would like it to be Lane Kiffin a lot too, but it's not going to be Lane Kiffin.
Just like him a lot.
Why? You like the Lane train?
I do. It kind of reminds me of Saban, a young Saban.
Oh, a young Saban. Why?
Just like, kind of,
And then Lane Kiffin actually has fun.
yeah. Well, that's
Nick-
true.
Nick never had
Never
fun.
mind, no. It does not remind me of him.
Yeah,
at all.
no.
I don't know why I said that. Are you telling him who it is?
My prediction, what I've told him, is I think they're going to offer a giant contract to Lincoln Riley, and I think he'll take it.
Yeah.
And then if it's not Lincoln Riley, I think it'll be Mark Stoops. That's my guess.
Okay.
How many hours do I spend on the phone talking about this?
All the time. That's all you do. All you do. I'm kind of sick of it, actually.
People think I make shit up.
No, you know. I told you the other day, like, I just want to talk to you. Like, I just want you to.
That's why I'm very ready for this fucking coaching hire to be over.
I know.
Like, it consumes your life because you don't get to walk back. Like, this is the whole thing. Back in 2016 with the Herman thing, it's when I blasted that hire of Ogeron, I was very cautious before, like, to make very sure that I was okay and secure in that opinion, because then you can never walk it back. People never forget that. People still talk. Like, people are cracking about Tom Herman right now. Oh, so fucking Ed Ogeron won a championship. Tom Herman might have won 10 at LSU. Ogeron can't spell his name. Are you kidding me? Like, of course, hey, what are we doing here? But then my point is, people ain't gonna forget, you know? So, that's why I gotta make sure I have good info. So Erica's confirming, I'm not just making stuff up.
Yeah, yeah.
Huh.
And you're confirming that Lane Kiffin is not going to be our coach.
I am certain Lane Kiffin will not be the LSU coach. I'm certain of that, yes.
I like how yeah, I think I kind of has fun, you know?
I do too. I would love it if Lane Kiffin were the coach, but he's not gonna be.
What do you like, you or no?
Mm-hmm.
I want the next coach to like
I know,
me.
Lane.
That's what I want. I want the next coach to like my husband.
I can't control that. My job isn't to be liked by a coach. My job is to
I'm
give
just
a,
saying, like, I
my
want
job
him
is to
like
be
me.
honest and to do a show for my audience, not to get a coach to like me.
I know it's not to get one,
And
but
some media members fuck that up.
I'm
they
just
wanna be
saying
liked.
it would be nice if
I'm with-
the coach liked you.
I get along great with Will.
I love him.
I know. I've got along great with Paul Maneri, got along great with Will Wade. I love Beth Torino.
I'm just saying I want the
There's
next LSU coach
there's
to like me.
one coach who internalizes negativity
Okay.
and can't get over, despite the fact that he makes a shit ton of money, could not get over the fact that someone would dare criticize him. That's on him. That's not on me.
Are you almost done?
I don't know. There's 435 people watching on YouTube. There's 151 on Facebook.
Okay.
I mean, we were rolling, E-Rock.
Alright.
Rolling. That's Erica, by the way. Let's see. Do you want to close that door? Caleb Brignac, OU is the most arrogant program in America, which is why it was so sweet to watch Joey B throw for 7 touchdowns on him in 1/2. Yeah, it was. God, it was so fun. Is that a tree skirt?
Instead of a skirt, this is the thing you do now. It's a basket.
A basket. Did I buy that today?
I bought this today.
So I bought that today.
I did. I did not put this on Joanne. This was separate. I bought it. This is a new thing. No skirt. It's a basket. Isn't that awesome?
So awesome.
I love it.
We're going to Clegg's in the morning. Not tomorrow. Tomorrow's Thanksgiving. Friday. Friday morning we'll be at Clegg's. Go get our tree. Brian Quantrill. When would someone like Riley be announced as the new coach here? Well, if Oklahoma loses to Oklahoma State on Saturday, I think by the middle of next week. Maybe by Sunday or Monday. Can you describe the spread that E-Rock's dad has at Thanksgiving? Erica, would you like to come describe the spread that your dad has at Thanksgiving? Dax Jeter asked. So if when Riley takes the LSU job, who goes to OU? Don't know. I don't cover OU. I have no idea what their administration would like or covet or anything like that. I have no idea. Rhett Butler, what's up, Rhett Butler? Matt, we're gonna get a great companion show for baseball. You know what the problem, Brandon, is that
Too long.
LSU has nixed companion shows in Guarantee's contract. So I'm wondering if I could just do it on my page and not on ESPN's
Yeah, I can't tell you
page.
what you can do.
But Guarantee could. Like if, and LSU would absolutely, that's something they would absolutely make us think about because that's what they do. Anyway. Trey Allen Mitchell, Matt, you've never been wrong since I've been watching you. Lincoln Fire. What?
You've never been wrong.
Well, I mean, it's different if you're like, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you get an opinion on picking a game, that happens. But on like newsy shit, that's why I don't fucking talk out of my ass.
I know.
You laughed. Kiffin needs a babysitter.
No, he doesn't.
That's what this person said. Shelby Christ. Matt Bryan, all right, that was rude. Shelby, I will say that was rude, okay? But you got me fired up when you said, can the next coach like my husband? That I'll admit it. That was rude on my behalf, and I would apologize for that. I will apologize. That was rude. I was wrong to say that. I got along great with Paul Maneri. I get along with Beth Three, and Will Wade is my bud. That's true, bud. Will Lincoln Riley call you bud? She is either lucky to have you or you are lucky to have her. Or maybe we're both lucky to have each other. Can you imagine the hate LSU game in Norman? Oh, God, so true. Ask E-Rock, how did Drew's appointment go? Is he ready for Thanksgiving ham? So this is AJ Holland, who, by the way, on my text line today, texted me a picture of my car
Where was he?
at
Banner's Clinic?
Banner's Clinic.
No.
He was like, this has to be you. It's a
Oh, yeah.
Volkswagen with a Hudco hat and a
Oh.
Fresh Air Mobile in the dash. I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
that's me.
Yeah.
Yep, that was me.
Yeah, no, he has sinus infection, so he has that antibiotic. He's good. He's good to go.
Jody Cook. You know what's cool about Matt's show? He's as real as he gets.
Yeah.
Well, I am. That's true. I
Yeah.
don't fuck with people. I mean, I just tell you honest. That's true. And I've said this a bajillion times. If people ever get tired and stop listening and watching, okay, I'll go do something else.
No.
I'm not saying I'm going, but it seems to be doing well, Erica. It's going well for me. But someday maybe it won't. Maybe there'll be the next person who's a good host, and I suck and they don't listen to me anymore, and I get fired, and okay, I'll go do something else. I'm good with that. I don't know. I'll go sell cars at South Point Volkswagen.
No.
I'll go full-time Hudco. I'll do something.
Just do this.
Well, we'll do this. I'm not getting fired or anything today, Erica. We're doing good. We're doing really good. Show's great. Ratings are great. Highest billing show in the fucking market. I mean, we're doing great. We're doing really good. I'm not gonna get fired. I'm just saying, if people ever stop listening or care or whatever. Ben Giat, does E-Rock still want to have dinner with O?
No, I don't. No, not anymore. I want to go away. I moved on from a long time ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Why?
because
Because why?
he's mean to you.
Well, that's true. But I don't care.
I know you don't care, but I mean, I'm not. We'll wait for dinner.
Let's see. Let's see. Need you on a Lake Charles station. I'd love to do that. We actually had a deal almost done with a Lake Charles station back in 2014 before Drew was born. And then we had to relocate to Houston while he was in the hospital, and when we came back, that was done. So, T-Bob and Hester say OTB is the 11th highest rated mid-market ship. There's a guy named Jason Barrett who has a group called Barrett Sports Media, and he put out a list where he ranked like the mid-size market morning shows, and OTB was like 11th on the mid. That's what he's talking about. I think it's kind of a tongue-in-cheek thing. I think that's all that is. Let's see. Shoot, man, I went all the way to the bottom. As a Bama fan, please hire Riley. How great would Ogeron be on College Game Day? I think it'd be terrible, actually. But he does want to do TV. Ratings don't matter, only ad billing, right? Kind of. And AFR is the highest billing show on the market. So we're doing okay. Let's see. Oh, look, it's Brian Johnson from Lakeland Title. Nobody ever used Lakeland Title, because let me tell you something about Brian Johnson. Brian Johnson was a bitch in high school, and he's a bitch now. And I swear to God, if I ever saw him, I would love to just put him in a stranglehold. So if anyone needs a title company, I would not at all ever recommend Lakeland Title, because the guy that runs it is, generally speaking, a bad person. Was 20 years ago and is now. Eat shit, bitch. Fuck him. That guy was a bitch in high school. He's a bitch now. Fuck him. No, fuck him. I'll shit on that company every chance I get from here to eternity. Lakeland Title. Nobody use it. Awful company. Spread the word. You think that guy bullied me? All right. You're going to, because you're a bitch. Fuck you. You're going to. You're an asshole. Yeah. We have fun here. You don't get to just come and be an asshole. So get out of here if you're an asshole. I have no desire to. Look, you don't have to agree with me on stuff, but you're not just going to come be an asshole, troll the comments, and make it a bad time for everybody. Get the fuck out of here. I'm dead serious. No thanks. Will Lincoln Riley call you bud? Brandon Lavasser, Matt, I'd buy a Volkswagen Atlas from you. Bring it on, bro. Let's roll. It's going well for me as he breaks his own viewership record. That's good, yeah. Let's see. Jason Gonzalez, will the young wide receiver core stay intact? I think so, man. I think Keishon Butte's coming back. I mean, I don't have any reason to believe he wouldn't. And man, all these freshmen are really good, so. Why does NOLA market mirror show AFR? Oh, you're talking about on your review. So we were on Cox Sports TV for a lot of years. Cox Sports TV took their station off the air, and we had a deal on your view. We were told to be live, and then come to find out they were actually tape delaying. So we are pursuing live TV options for the show. So hopefully we'll have that for you soon. Let's see. Jay Harvey, Kevin Scone killed that guy. Well, he's a bitch. He's been a bitch forever. I'm telling you, he was the squirrely guy that nobody liked, that tried to be cool and would smoke cigarettes out in the parking lot, and was just never, and now has that complex where he's got to feel cool, so he hops in on fucking chats and stuff like that and tries to bully people under anonymous names, but he's stupid enough to actually use a company name, which now I'll tell you, don't ever use Lakeland Title. If you need a title company, use anyone other than Lakeland Title. And I would recommend that you all go onto Google and give it like 1-star reviews and shit on them, because if that's the guy behind it, I'd never use it. I mean, I wouldn't send my worst enemy to go do business with that guy ever. Matt, you sent in Lakeland a Christmas card. Only the cemetery, not the title company, because if it's with that guy, they suck ass. Let's see. Charlie Curtis, what's up? Matt, do they sell those hippie vans at VW? They do not sell the old Beetle van, but they do have one like in the lobby that's set up as a photo booth, actually, which is pretty cool. Michael Tolliver, main concern with Riley is teams have not had a good defense. That's fair. And he actually addressed that by bringing in Alex Grinch from Ohio State, and they've been better. Last year was weird, COVID year, all that stuff, but they've been better this year. Not great, better. Let's see. Matt, any good news on the recruiting front? No, honestly. Dane Burrs want to keep the idiots off, for sure. Wade Shaw, Eli Ricks to Kentucky. No, Eli Ricks is going to go to... Eli Ricks is going to Ohio State. Oh, well, this fuck you, Brian Johnson Lakeland title, punk ass Lakeland title. That's so good. Oh, man. That's so good. Oh, man. Scone gets that flonky. I don't know what that means. Oh, man. Let's see. All right. STI go to give Lakeland a 1-star. Do it. I wish everybody would. Bury him. Bury him. Let's see. Kevin Sparks, can't wait for the live to end so I can rewatch them. You can go scroll back on YouTube. Dude's getting shit on more than Hathorn. Oh my god. These are funny now. Jeremy McCreary, what's up? I walked out the door. I walked out to do the show. I come back and you're calling folks bitches. Looks like I need to rewind. Cobble, what's up, Cobble? Cobble. If you need a title company, do not use Lakeland Title and Brian Johnson. The worst you could possibly imagine. Terrible guy, was in high school, apparently still is now. Get rid of him forever. Tell everyone you know. 1-star reviews, the worst ever. Let's see. I'm Dax Jeter. I'm an OG. Don't block me because I find the idea of Mark Stoops repugnant. I'm not going to block you for that. Your opinion's fine. Like, I don't care. Like, everyone's entitled to their opinion. I'm good with that. That's fine. Let's get some Bears. Dixon McMakin. What's up, Dixon? Bears offense over 40 a game. St. Paul's giving up 15.2 a game. Longtime listener, first-time typer. I think the Otter had the line at 27.5. Bears 27.5. Does that sound about right? That's Haldane told me today that Catholic and St. Paul's are playing on Friday. God, that's going to be so funny. Lakeland Title or Dwayne from Thibodeau, same category. Oh man, that's funny. All right, let's see. Gulf South. If you block people for having a difference of opinion, I've been blocked a long time ago. That's my point. I don't care if you have a difference of opinion. That's fine. You just can't come in here and be an asshole. Like, that's just, I won't tolerate that. Like, the guy that I just blocked, not Lakeland Title, Johnson, he's a moron, but the other guy, like, he's an asshole that jumps in. Like, he's the guy. This is how pathetic that guy's life is. And I feel bad saying that to a degree because he's got Semper Fi in his name, so I'm guessing he's a Marine, and I respect the fuck out of that. But where is it? It was like Semper Fi Crawfish Co. So now like, should I shit on his company too? But anyway, maybe not, because if he's a Marine, I respect the hell out of that. But that's a guy that goes in on the AFR YouTube chat the entire show. He's on the AFR YouTube chat the entire show for 3 hours, and all he does is talk shit. And I, for the life of me, can't understand why. Like, I'm dead serious about it. There's a psychology associated with with an audience that I don't understand. And it's not just AFR, I mean, it's anything. I cannot understand why anyone, seriously, would choose to consume something they don't enjoy. Not only choose to consume it, but then take time out of your day to post negative shit on a platform as an anonymous name. It doesn't make any sense at all. Like, please do something more productive with your life, because you only get to live one time. Like, you only get to live one time in this life, in this world. Do something that's going to make you happy and productive and joy filled. Don't jump into, like, don't watch something that's going to make you mad and then like shit on people. It just, there's no point in it. There's too much abundance and too much good to go out and enjoy, to find yourself in the muck of like of a shitstorm just bitching about stuff all the time. Like, it don't make sense, man. But that's that guy, you know? That's that guy. You know what I mean? Justin Abity, amen, Matt. It's all show long every day. That's, I mean, it don't matter to me. Like, I'm gonna keep doing my show the way I do my show for all the reasons I've said. I got great ratings. I got great spot revenue, highest billing show, like win awards, all the stuff. Like, any metric you want to look at, show's done great. And if that stops, cool. I'll do something else another day. No worries. But I just can't understand, like, being such an unhappy person that you spend your day doing something that makes you unhappy. Like, would you listen to music you don't like? Would you watch movies you don't like? Like, I don't understand it. I don't understand. Anyway. Let's see. Where are we? Let me see what's up with that guy's company. Yeah, whatever. Probably relative to that Ogeron's. All right, any more? Trey Allen Mitchell, Moscone Rand coming soon. I can feel it. I love this shit. You're the good. Well, thank you for watching, Trey. Shelby, people think it's cool to be assholes and contradict with the majority. Thanks. Frederick, would you rather go hunting with Dick Cheney or close your mortgage with Lakeland Title? Nobody used Lakeland Title, by the way. Nobody. Worst title company I've ever seen. Well, the worst operator of a title company you could possibly imagine. Lakeland Title, Brian Johnson, don't ever use them. The worst. The worst. Jay Harvey, 1-star Google reviews. What you want, it's what they'll get. I knew O would tank once you informed us he chose extra coleslaw. No, he put that on a commercial. Brian Champagne will the Saints do tomorrow. I think they win tomorrow, man. I think they get it together. I think they win. They haven't lost 4 in a row since 2015. I think they win tomorrow. 24-23. If Matt was Scott Woodward for a day, who would you hire? Lincoln Riley. Lakeland Title is the reason the Bon Marché Mall failed. Oh, man. See what I mean? Like, we had a good time. I mean, I've been hanging out here for how long now? It's an hour and 44 minutes. Almost 2 hours of my Wednesday night, man. But hanging out with y'all and loving doing it. I'm appreciative for everybody. But you let a couple of dick faces jump in here and try to ruin everybody's good time. Don't understand it, bro. Don't understand it. All right. If you're on Facebook, do me a solid, like the page, share the post. YouTube, smash that like button. Much appreciated to all of you for being there. Except for Brian Johnson. Fuck you. Joseph Rica. If it weren't for Lakeland Title, USC wouldn't have claimed the 03 championship. Oh, man. Was O's downfall? Some people claim there was a woman to blame. No, I think O's downfall is that he's just not a great head coach. I know, like, I've gotten into this debate with T-Bob before, and he keeps interrupting me and refuses to actually acknowledge what I'm saying. But look at the coaches that were successful on his staff. Steve Ensminger, Dave Aranda, Corey Raymond, like all guys that Ed Ogeron, Les Miles hired to be a line coach. Ed Ogeron hired Jerry Sullivan, Bo Pelini, Scott Linehan, Jake Peets, Toronto Jones, admitted he didn't interview the coach before he hired him last year. I mean, y'all. Anyway. Oh, God. We jumped the shark. Lakeland title through the shoe. Oh, man. Anyway. Lakeland title is the reason we can't bring Mike the Tiger to the stadium. All right, this is done. We're done. We're done. Dustin McInnes. Would be funny if Matt has a new show sponsor Monday. Lakeland title. No chance. I choose who I endorse, and I would never endorse him ever, because I know the person. I only endorse good people. He's not a good person. He's just not a good person. I would not endorse him ever because he's a bad person, and I don't endorse bad people. I endorse really, really good people that run great businesses. Okay. It's so good. Anyway. Bo Pelini was a good hire. That's so funny. All right, y'all. Ask you Rock if the Erica. She's vacuuming. She spilled some glass earlier. She broke some glass earlier. Oh, God. Oh, it's funny. It's really funny. Anyway. Is this the longest nightcap? I don't think so. Nathan, aside from recruiting, do you fire midseason without already having your guy on the hook? Yeah. Because they knew it was done. They knew he wasn't going to last. And man, if you didn't make an announcement, then you're going through the entire season, and that conversation is on. But think about how much the heat has cooled around this season and the losses, because you already knew Ed was fired. It eliminated that amount of vitriol that could be skewed. Does that make sense? Spewed. All right. All right, y'all are done. YouTube is you've lost your minds. 370 still watching. I hate to leave y'all, but look, we're at 294 likes. We're almost there. Do me a favor, smash the like button. I'd appreciate it greatly. We're 6 away from 300. I know we can hit it. If you haven't done it yet, smash that like button. 295, 298. I don't want to go until we have 300 likes. We're almost there. 306. Thank y'all so much. All right, y'all. Love y'all so much, man. Seriously, I'm very grateful. People talk about what they're thankful for. I'm thankful for all of you. Sincerely, man. This is no BS. Like, if I didn't have people listening or watching my show, I wouldn't have a job. Like, I wouldn't be doing the show. I'd just be a guy in a room talking. So I'm very grateful to everyone who chooses to spend your time listening, consuming, interacting. I do my best to give my time to interact with y'all as much as I can, to respond to comments and texts and tweets and all that sort of stuff. But just know it's all very much appreciated. So, man, I hope y'all have an awesome Thanksgiving. I hope you get time with family and loved ones, and hope it's a great day. So, y'all have a great night. We'll see you.